Hey Mom and Dad, we just want to thank you today and every day for everything you've always done for us, how much you've inspired us to want to be better Christians, to be better humans, and just to love everyone. My mom is my dad's like little angel. He takes care of her. He doesn't even want her to go anywhere by herself or do anything because he doesn't want anything to happen to her. She's everything to him. And they have a great love. That's why they've been together so many years.
Growing up, they really showed me how you should be like with your partner and in a relationship and how to keep that love going. And that's how I feel like how I've kind of been so long with Jacob, because they've kind of given me that example of love growing up.
My mom and dad are great people. Growing up in a home where it was just nothing but love. Like, I've never seen my parents fight or yell at each other or argue or anything like that. They love and respect each other, and my dad has always put my mom and us first. Always. Like, his needs were always last.
My parents were always role models that we looked up to.
I feel like my grandma is kind of like a ray of sunshine, just walking around all the time. Like, anyone that she comes in contact with, she's always leaves such an impact because she's always so positive no matter what. And I feel like that's kind of carried on through my mom and then through me, and I feel like that's what's helped me when I'm growing up, like trying not to think about the negative and always staying positive. She's always, no matter what, she's always happy.
My grandparents have always been strong and very kind people. They've always shown me a compassionate side.
My grandma, Nancy, then you know she's the most kind-hearted person in the world, and I've only ever heard her say like one mean thing. She told me to shut up. She told me to shut up because
Me and Alexa were laughing endlessly.
I wouldn't stop laughing.
20 minutes and she finally couldn't deal with it.
And she hates to admit it because she doesn't even like people to know that she said the word shut up, and the fact that she said it to me, and we still bring it up to this day, and she absolutely hates it.
We grew up, we had a lot of great times over at their house. They always made sure that we felt loved and always had a good time. They supplied us with whatever we wanted. I mean, even still to this day.
No matter what, like when we would come visit them anytime, there's always something that they can make. Like, oh, can I make you I have some leftover stew I can heat up, or I can do this. So you never leave Grandma and Grandpa's hungry. They would just make a bunch of homemade stuff, like their homemade popcorn, their homemade pancakes, and the pizza, and all that stuff. That really stuck as like one of the core memories that I have, I feel like, growing up.
He's taught me how to make some beef jerky before, some beef jerky.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're still taking care of that dang old squirrel down there.
I have a tale, actually, that I would like to share. So, please, join me over here. So, I want to say I was roughly 10, 11 years old. Me and my lovely cousin Tyler, we're just playing with some toys. Maybe it might have been Pokemon, maybe Digimon, who knows. But we were playing with some toys in our grandparents' room, and they have a nice window that looks outside to the backyard, and there was a tree stump in their backyard that they used to have, and all of a sudden one day we were like, hey, let's just look out the window and like see if we can see Pikachu in the sun or something like that. And we're looking out the window and we're playing with toys. All of a sudden we see a seagull land on the stump. Seagull lands on the stump, we're like, oh wow, look, a seagull. All of a sudden out of nowhere, a hawk just starts ripping apart this seagull. Me and Tyler are sitting there just scream. Oh my god, it was one of the funniest things that had ever happened. And then my grandma comes running in. She's like,
oh my god, boys, here, come on.
Takes us off the bed. We go running in the living room or something. But that was probably the most memorable moment ever over here, and it was a good time.
My dad would always give us Christmas presents early because he couldn't stand to hold on to the surprises. And he used to tell us every year that we were getting Kungamungas for Christmas.
They always made a running joke throughout our entire life. Oh, we got you a pair of Kungamungas for Christmas. I think it was the brand. So I don't think we really knew what it was the majority of our lives until later on, but it was always funny.
They used to drive me to my driver's ed classes, and Grandpa would tend to get some road rage, but he would disguise it as the road ninja. So he'd be driving like a maniac, telling me he would teach me that this is how everyone should drive. He would call himself the road ninja and be whipping and weaving out of cars and driving like an absolute maniac, but it was pretty funny.
My favorite memory growing up with my grandparents would have to be when me and the cousins would come over and, well, actually there's quite a few memories, but upstairs here when we would have the toy room and we would just play with the toys all day long, or when me and Alexa would come here and we made our CD, our hit album that we made called Molex. That was pretty fun.
When you get to meet a lot of people and talk to them about the way they grew up and how their home life was, you realize how wonderful our life was as siblings, growing up in a house where we were taught about God and religion and about love and how it felt to always feel loved.
They're just the best Christian people and just show love for everybody, and they taught me so much growing up and how to be respectful and respect other people and be loving and caring and kind and generous.
So, not too long ago, I had a kidney issue, and your parents were over and going through it, and I remember your dad touching me the one time, and he's like, "Oh, it'll get better" and all that stuff. And so through the night went on, we talked about it. They went to leave, and your dad literally walked out the door and turned back around. He's like, "Nope." He goes, "Something's telling me that I need to pray for you." So they literally came back in, and we all huddled around, and he put his hand up on my side, right where my kidney's at there, and just said this prayer. I was like, "Oh my God, I am not a churchgoer, and I still not 100% believe in God. You know, there's a lot of, questions in my mind, if you will. But that one hit me hard, and I was like, wow, I felt something that day, and then lo and behold, I got through it. So that was pretty special to me that they turned around and they did that they felt that strong that they needed to pray for me that day. That was really cool. So.
Yeah. You said that was one of the nicest things anybody's ever done for you.
Absolutely, I said that.
I'm just so thankful for everything they've ever done for me. We had so much fun growing up too, and I just always remember the dog Chopper, our bulldog we had, because I would ride on his back, and then he would chase me and my brother and sister through the house, and then they would jump in my crib and then pull me up into it when the dog would chase him and stuff. Just all the stories about it, and it's just so funny.
Yeah.
My dad is very talented, and a lot of things that he does, he can play music by ear. He just gets on something and plays it. He don't have to read music. He sings. He is an amazing cook. Same thing, he doesn't follow recipes. He makes it himself. He's very fun, loving. I love everything about my mom. She's just a strong prayer warrior.
People find out, oh, you're Nancy Deaton's son, and man, your mother, she's something else, And it really touched my heart.
Everyone looks up to my mom. All my friends, all her nieces, nephews, the family, people at church. When something happens, they call my mom because they know what a prayer warrior she is.
You've always been perfect to me. I just appreciate you.
You guys have always been there, done over the top for us. Has always been amazing having you guys around. You guys are always so cheerful, especially you, Grandma. Always trying to make the best out of anything. Love you guys.
Thank you for being so thoughtful and showing so much love growing up, because my other side of my grandparents, I didn't really get that much, so I mostly got all of that through them and showing how much they care about us.
I am who I am because of how you raised me and how you made me strong in my faith and to trust in God, and always made me feel loved and secure, and I'm just grateful for who you made me. and for the home that we grew up in, where we always had love and respect for each other.
Grandma, Grandpa, I love you guys more than anything in the whole world. You guys have always been there for me and made sure that I was taken care of, and I even lived with you for a period of my time. So I just love you more with all my heart, and I always will. I'll always be here for you guys.
Mom, Dad, just want to say I love you and appreciate all the years, everything you've done for the family. Couldn't ask for anything more out of parents like you, and I'm getting choked up thinking about it. Just wanted to say I love you and that you're the best parents in the world. I couldn't ask for anything more. So I'm so blessed. I love you.
You